What's going on, guys? Rebels here today, bringing you a brand new Destiny video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some Destiny 2. Now, this isn't information about Destiny 2, it's more of what I hope comes to Destiny 2 in the form of exotics. In this video, I'm going to be discussing what exotics I hope Bungie will bring to Destiny 2 from Destiny 1, or at least rename them for Destiny 2. So, if you agree with any of my exotic selections, hit that like button and also subscribe if you're new for more Destiny content. But now, let's get into this. So, starting with primary weapons, and what a weapon to start off with is the one and only Hawkmoon. This weapon is probably one of the most iconic weapons in Destiny, so it would really be fitting for Destiny, for Bungie, to bring the Hawkmoon back to Destiny 2. Another primary weapon I would like to see in Destiny 2 is the Last Word. Now, if you're a long-term subscriber of mine, you guys will know that I made an engram opening video to try and get this monster of a weapon. To this day, I still love this weapon, even though it has been nerfed very, very bad. So, hopefully they do bring it back, and they make it how it used to be before the Taken King meta hit, where it stopped it two-tapping people, because the Last Word was an absolute animal of a weapon. Right, next on the primary weapon selection, and that will have to be the most controversial weapon ever in Destiny. People love to use it, but hated to be killed by it, and that is the Thorn. Oh yes, the Thorn. Now, same for the Last Word as it is for the Thorn. I did an engram opening because I wasn't lucky enough to drop this in Year 1 Destiny. But now here is a quick image from the livestream that Bungie did the other day. Now, as you can see, it's a clan name that I think has potential for an Easter egg opportunity. Now, it was actually my brother who brought this to my attention, and that was the name. Every rose has a hawthorn. I mean, this might just be a clan name, might not be anything to it, but it could be something deeper. As you can see, it says Hawthorn. Maybe we'll get an exotic that's like Hawkmoon and Hawthorn. You never know. Like I said, I might just be reading too far into this, but Easter eggs are Easter eggs for a reason, and this could potentially be a little sneaky Easter egg, or maybe it could even be a hawk, like a pulse rifle, like the Hawk Saw, and mixed with the Thorn. You know. It's all just trial and error to see if it will actually work, but you know, this has very much potential for an exotic weapon. But sorry for getting sidetracked there. Back to the weapons. The next exotic I would like to see is the No Land Beyond. Now, some other YouTubers have pointed this out, and in a specific part of Destiny 2 real stream, it panned off to two people in a tower, and it appears that one of them is using a No Land Beyond type looking weapon. It did have some rags wrapped around the barrel of the weapon, but the iron sights did look like the No Land Beyond. So maybe this is also making an appearance in Destiny 2, as well as I hope the Thorn definitely comes back to Destiny 2, because I love that weapon. And the last one for primary weapon, and that has to be the Mida Multi-Tool. This weapon absolutely dominates the Crucible on those long range maps, and because of its fire rate, it also does dominate on the smaller maps that have got them long lines of sight. So yeah, that is all the primary exotic weapons that I would like to see in Destiny 2. It's time to move on to the special weapons, but I would like to see a weapon like the Black Hammer / the Black Spindle. The reason for this is because when the Taken King first came out, you didn't go into a raid without a Black Spindle. Or, for Year 1 Destiny players, a Nightfall without the Black Hammer. I still use the Black Spindle for King's Fall, so due to it being so useful and so powerful for every raid, no, it doesn't matter if it's King's Fall, Wrath of Machines, Vogue or Crota, it is good for all of them. Well, maybe not so much Crota because that's mainly done by a sword. But, you know, to take his shield down quickly, you know, 3 shots to the spindle, boom, done. Shield will be halfway down, finish off with galleys and everything like that. But that is the only special weapon I would like to see in Destiny 2. So moving on to heavy weapons, and a weapon that everyone loves, and that is the Gjallarhorn. You guys might be thinking, well, that was obvious. Yeah, it was. But why wouldn't you want a Gjallarhorn in Destiny 2? It's like the Hawkmoon. This is the most iconic weapon for Destiny. When people drop this, they scream because they wanted it that bad. And not to mention how powerful this weapon was until it got nerfed like 2 weeks before Taken King. And was still nerfed when Bungie brought it back in Rise of Iron. Right, and then another heavy weapon I would like to see in Destiny 2 is the Sleeper Simulant. This weapon took a while to get with the questline, but it is one of the most used and well worth weapons in Destiny because it is an absolute monster. No matter what boss you are using this on, it will always do the most damage. And not to mention, if you do use this in Crucible, then yeah, this thing can go through people like full on like a laser beam, even though it is a laser beam, so yeah. And then moving on to the last weapon I would like to see in Destiny 2, and that is all 3 swords. It's like, that's not one weapon. Nah, it's not one weapon, but I'm going to count them all the same because it is a sword. Me personally, the Raze Lighter is my most preferred sword. I don't know if you guys think differently about the Dark Drinker and the Bolt Caster, but I don't know anybody who uses Bolt Caster because it does suck, but it's still an exotic sword, and they are good for some cases. Bolt Caster, one being for Crucible, it is better than the Raze Lighter and the Dark Drinker, but for raids, definitely I would bring the Raze Lighter and the Dark Drinker. These 2 swords are the most powerful swords ever. I don't know if it is better damage on a boss than the Sleeper Simulant. I know on Axis a Dark Drinker is a lot better to use than a Sleeper, than a Sniper, because it melts him so quickly. But definitely for Nightfalls and other activities in Destiny, a Raze Lighter is definitely the way forward because its Phoenix Uppercut can one-shot anything, and it is amazing. But that's all I'm going to talk about in today's video. It was only going to talk about weapons today. If you want me to go into armors, I will make a separate video on it. But me personally, those are my choices of what exotic weapons I would like to see Destiny 2. If you agree with my selection, then please just hit that like button. Yeah, that's it. Or please subscribe for more. But, alright guys, that has been a pleasure to see you, as always. Adios.